Okay. Okay, so let's start with the HPE Synergy training program. Okay, this
Okay.
course, we can cover within 3 days of time period if you are taking for 8 hours per day. Okay, so actual duration is
Okay.
24 hours, and if you take
Yes, sir.
1 hour per day, then it will go for some 22 days. That means, excluding Saturday, Sunday, you can avail for 1 month the course. Okay, so that's how
Okay.
I just framed this training. So it's an
Mhm.
online training and it's Zoom based, and all our Zoom class sessions will be recorded and shared to you for future reference. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And the audience for the training is people already who is working as IT system administrator, system engineers,
Yeah.
and then any support people from hardware perspective. Okay.
Okay.
So before we start the HP Synergy training, let's try to understand what are the requisites which we need to aware of before we start the HP Synergy. Okay, because HP
Okay.
Synergy is an advanced product. Okay, in order to work on that,
Yeah.
we should have some prerequisite knowledge. Okay, so let's explore the
Okay.
prerequisites to learn HP Synergy. So first one is the basics about server and hardware fundamentals. So you should have a
Yeah.
basic understanding about the servers. So especially x86
Mhm.
server architecture, a normal rack server or C7000 blade servers. Okay. So some
Yeah.
basic understanding about what is server, what are the components inside the
Mhm.
server. Okay, especially
Okay.
related to HP ProLiant servers. Because this is HP
Yeah.
Synergy, right? So if you have a good
Yeah.
understanding about the normal rack servers, then it will be
Yeah.
a good option. Then
Okay, sir.
familiarity with blade system and modular infrastructure components. So
Yeah.
this HP Synergy is an advanced concept of HP C7000. In that case, if you have already have some knowledge about basic knowledge about HP C7000, that will help you
Mhm.
to understand this HP Synergy very easily. But anyway, in our course, we are going to cover from the basic architecture. Okay, so that you can understand
Okay, sir.
what exactly
Mhm.
HP Synergy is.
Yeah.
Then knowledge of BIOS and UEFI firmware. Okay, so you
Mm.
should have some basic knowledge about what is BIOS inside the server, then how to upgrade the firmware, then how to manage the
Yeah.
drivers for the server hardware. Okay, so some basic
Mm.
knowledge. So people who already in the
Yeah.
support, they might have aware of this. Okay, they might have worked in
Yeah.
the basic servers,
Mhm.
right, rack servers. Then
Yeah.
understanding of hardware components like CPU or RAM,
Mhm.
then network card, then write controller, then fabric
Yes.
modules, power, cooling systems. What are the components which is inside the server? Some basic idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
from server and hardware perspective. Next thing is from
Yeah.
network perspective.
Okay.
So from network perspective, you should have a good understanding about what is the MAC address, what is
Mhm.
VLAN, why we are using VLANs in the servers. Then you should have
Yeah.
some understanding about uplinks. Uplinks means from the NIC card to the switch, physical switch. That is called as
Okay.
uplinks, right?
Okay.
Then about
Okay.
LACP, Link Aggregation Control Protocol. Now in the modern infrastructure, we are using this
Mhm.
LACP in all the environments. Okay, especially in the servers
Mhm.
connectivity, NIC card connectivity from server to switch. Okay,
Please.
and
Okay, sir.
jumper frames. So jumper frames normally our ESXi NIC cards will come with 1500 bytes of data transfer. And if you want to extend
Mm.
to 9000 bytes, that is possible using jumbo frames. So some basic knowledge
Yeah.
about what is jumbo frames.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Then basic knowledge about converged network adapter and fiber channel adapters. When I say fiber channel, it's HPA card, host bus adapter. What is
Okay.
host bus adapter? Where we'll be installing that in the server. Then
Mhm.
converged network adapter means which includes both fiber channel as well as Ethernet. That is called as converged network adapters. So these are all new technology. These are not new technologies. These are already existing in the market for the last 15 to 20 years of time period. Okay. Then next
Yes,
is
sir.
about VLAN, then uplink set, then logical interconnects. So when I say logical
Okay.
interconnects, okay, in HP Synergy and C7000, we'll be having some logical virtual connect. So logical virtual connect means not a physical one exactly. From the physical, they will create some logical. For example, if I have one physical NIC card, logically I can create 4 NIC cards in that. Okay, so that concept I will explain in more detail during our session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then next is
Yeah.
about network redundancy. Same, when we connect a network to the server, it should not be a single connectivity, right? It should have some redundancy. If one NIC card goes down, then other has to take care,
Yes,
right?
sir.
In that case,
Yeah.
you should have a basic understanding about teaming, failover, and then link aggregation. Link aggregation means grouping of NIC cards. Okay, so
Okay,
these are
sir.
the network prerequisites from network perspective.
Network. Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
next, what are the prerequisites from storage concept? Because see, we need to connect a storage to the server, right? From storage
Yeah.
perspective, what is SAN?
Yeah.
What is storage area network? What is your, idea about SAN? Then NAS concept. Okay, so
Yeah.
network area storage, like NFS.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you should have some
Yes, sir.
basic knowledge on that. Then
Yeah.
next is about
Okay.
storage module. This one, anyway, we are going to discuss the storage module in HP Synergy. Okay, I can ignore that.
Yeah.
Then knowledge of storage
Yeah.
provisioning, zoning, and LAN mapping. Okay, when you are adding a storage, external storage to the server, you should have a good understanding about zoning. Zoning means what storage team exactly doing at the backend to add the storage to the server, and how the LANs
Okay.
will be mapped to the server.
Okay.
Okay, because again, this is not a new concept. This is again the old concept which is used for almost more than 20 years now. Okay, so the thing here is, when I discuss about the storage option, some basic knowledge, it will help you to understand HP Synergy in a better way. Okay, then about some the external storage like HP3 Primera, Alletra. These are the external storage which is offered by HP. Okay, if you have some knowledge on it, that's well and good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Then, okay, from management tools and interfaces, how you are going to manage the HP hardwares. Okay, there are some management tools which is provided by HP. So I'll list out those tools. HP ILO. So everyone who worked on the HP servers, they might well aware of this HP ILO, right? So again, we are going to use this HP ILO in our HP Synergy as well. Okay. Then some basic understanding about HP Oneview, because HP Oneview is it's not a new concept and it's not related to HP Synergy. It's available as individual component also. Okay, and it's available in the market for a long period of time. So some basic knowledge about HP Oneview, why we are using that in the production environment. Okay, mainly it's for centralized management and automation. That's what the objective of HP Oneview. Then next about HP Composer and HP Image Streamer. No need to worry about that. Anyway, we are going to discuss this in the Synergy class.
Okay.
Then understanding of firmware baselines, driver updates, and profile templates. So firmware baselines means like existing firmware and the firmware which you are going to update. That is called as a firmware baseline. Okay. So people who already worked on the servers, they might aware of this firmware baseline. Okay. Then driver updates. So in order to see, when the operating system want to interact with the hardware, it needs a driver files, right? Without driver files, the operating system cannot interact with the hardware. So we should have a updated driver files on our servers. That is very much required. Then next is about the profile templates. Profile templates, if you have already worked on C7000, you should have some idea. If you didn't work, then I will make you understand what is profile templates in HP Synergy. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so this is from management tools and interfaces perspective. Still, we have one more option, virtualization and operating system. So in a server, we procured a server. What we'll do with the server? We'll be installing some operating system, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Nowadays, what happened? We are not installing any operating system directly, like Windows, Linux, right? What we are doing, we are installing a hypervisor on it. It might be
Yes, sir.
ESXi hypervisor or Microsoft Hyper-V, or
Mm.
it could be a Linux KVM. On top
Yeah.
of the hypervisor, we are deploying the OS deployment, right? This is how we are doing. So some
Yeah.
basic knowledge about any one of the virtualization part, either it could be VMware vSphere, or it can be Microsoft Hyper-V, or it can be open source Linux KVM. Okay, because
Yeah.
HPE Synergy will be deploying the virtualization platform like Hyper-V or VMware vSphere. In that case,
Mm.
some basic knowledge about what is VMware vSphere, what is Microsoft Hyper-V.
Yeah.
That will help you to
Yes, sir.
understand HPE Synergy. Okay.
Okay,
Then
sir.
next is about security and access. When I say security
Yeah.
and access, you should have some basic knowledge about the role-based access. In production support, okay, we will not be using the common user ID for all the stuffs, right? So we'll be using some domain-based user IDs. In that
Yes, sir.
domain-based user
Access
IDs,
source.
yeah, they will have
Yeah.
a role for L1 admin, L2 admin, L3, then SME,
Yes, sir.
consultant. Everyone will play a different role, right? Based
Yeah.
on the role, the access to the server will get differ. Okay,
Okay.
because we cannot assign a L1 to perform a firmware upgrade of the complete environment. That could be performed by the
Yeah.
SME, right, or L3 resource.
Yeah.
In that case, how we are going to define the role-based access for performing activities inside the HPE Synergy. So to do that, you should have a basic understanding about what is role-based access control. Okay.
Okay.
Then some understanding about SSL certificates, because in the infra
Yeah.
support, this SSL certificates plays an important role. First of all, we need to
Yeah.
understand what is SSL certificate, where it will be used exactly. Okay, then how we are going to use this SSL certificates in the HPE Synergy environment.